press the big shirt.
All right, everyone, here we go from the Essex Sports Center. We welcome you to this afternoon's coverage of MIAA Division III State Tournament Hockey. It's the round of 16 as the 12-seeded Somerset Berkley Raiders take on the 5th-seeded Essex North Shore Hawks. Hello, everyone. I'm Keegan Hamblin on commentary for our Berkley Community Access TV Channel 9, Somerset Access TV Channel 98, and for our Blue Raider studios on the campus of Somerset Berkley Regional High School. Ryan Mercogliano is on camera duty today. Our starting goaltenders are Garrett White for the Hawks, Brandon Silva for the Raiders. One of them's playing their final game tonight, and they're most likely going to be the first two to shake hands when this game is over, but that will be then. And we are underway. The Raiders are in blue and the Hawks are in white off the face-off. It is taken by Logan Casey, one of the four captains on the Hawks side. Battle for it in the neutral ice and walked into the zone by Anthony Basseni, who fed it across. Puck is controlled by the Raiders. Played across to Marcos, trying to leave it up for Kean Stafford. A little bit behind him. Marcos trying to poke it forward against Dominic Tiberi. Here's Steven Erickson, who's been putting in a lot of minutes lately with a couple of injuries that the Raiders have been having, and we'll get to those in just a second. Sobozenski will play it across to the right side. Knocked off the stick of Mason Sullivan. Mello got the puck to the blue line. DeRocher will step back in. DeRocher trying to walk on the left against Sobozenski. Looking for a tip in front. Sullivan couldn't get it on frame. Marcos at the point, wristing one, tipped, and it's saved off a deflection right in front from Garrett White. Well, Somerset Berkley, they got 3 inactives today. One of them is their team captain, Luke Gauvin. He has 14 goals on the year, and he was playing as the first-line center. Ashton Gates and Logan Rose, 2 defenders, are also not playing in this one. Handled by Chris Maher. They get it out of the zone. Gabriel Gonzalez, the freshman, across to Dylan Messier. Messier, one of the 10 seniors on the Somerset Berkley side, to the alternate captain, Mason Sullivan, who takes the shot high off the glass. Follow-up try, Rothwell gets to it. Jack Rothwell trying to get by Drew Carney. Carney will get it behind the net. Off the boards, looking for something from Vargas. Long pass up, and now a race to the puck between Gonzalez and Maher. Comes out of the zone. It's Rothwell on the right side, takes the shot from the blue line. It's saved by White. Rothwell trying to get back to it, shoves a man at Mason Sutcliffe, makes him lose his stick. Gonzalez going to send it down low to past Sullivan and around the boards. Rothwell and DeRocher were both in there, and the Hawks will get it out. Defensive to offensive transition is going to have to be big for them. Silva off the boards, turned over. Messier and DeRocher trying to fight to get that puck out of the zone. They're not able to. It's sent in down low, and that's going to work out for Michael Can. Trying to send it back below the net. Squirts out, and the Hawks will get back on it. It's McKenna to the left side to Rehall, and Mello takes over. Mello trying to cut across the middle, bouncing puck. Mello gets it with the reach of the stick. Couldn't find DeRocher. DeRocher is hauled down on the boards, and watch out here. They're looking for it. Here's a breakaway chance. Ben Rahal couldn't get it to go. Goes around for Cam Casey. Messier with the good spin move to get away from traffic. Messier going to send it down. It's going to be an icing against Somerset Berkley. Well, as always, our second whistle, it's time to meet the opposing head coach on the Hawks side. It's Mark Leonard. He's in his 5th season. Coached for Peabody from 1996 to 2019, and he's also a Hall of Fame coach for Massachusetts high school hockey. Sullivan able to win the faceoff against Logan Casey. He gets the puck out of the zone, and it's going to be sent back in by Armani Booth. Another race to the puck. Basenti. Booth from the line got blocked right in front. Marcos trying to get that puck away from traffic. That one was redirected on goal, and it's going to be a save by Brandon Silva. Sobozenski plays it across to the right side. Tiberi sends it in. Erickson has it. Rothwell over the middle, a little bit behind McKenna. Might have taken a touch. Armani Booth re-enters the zone, trying to get by Cam McKenna. McKenna with the shoulder nudge. couldn't get the puck out of the zone. Falls right in the middle, and Mason Sullivan was trying to make the big open ice hit against Chris Maher. And he wasn't able to level him down, but a good attempt there from the junior. Sent around and out of the zone, gathered in the back by Sobozenski, the junior defender on the Hawks side. Marcos down to the opposing blue line. The Hawks are going to enter in again. It was a little bit too far, though, for Chris Maher to catch up to it. Slap pass across from Sobozenski to Booth. Looking on the right side, trying to tap it up there was Jaden Vargas. Marcos and Preston trying to battle for it. Preston gets it out to the line. Here's a wrist shot from the line, blocked off a stick. Preston would have had the pass attempt from Rothwell going the other way if he found him in time. Erickson up out of the zone again, and a try from behind the blue line will just be sent in deep from Drew Carney. Marcos over the middle to Rothwell, and Rothwell avoided the hit and ended up sending down Drew Carney. Walked into the zone. Clear back out. Carney has it again. Just going to send it around the boards. It took a funky bounce. I don't know if it went off of a stick, but it never went through, and Erickson is decked right in the middle of the ice for Michael Can. And it's going to be sent down. No icing here as it took a touch. Boy, good student section on hand here from the Essex fans. It looks like it's a blackout theme tonight. Messier spins away, gets it over, and it'll be sent in by Carter Sylvia, which we do want to shout out his cousin JJ Sylvia, who announced that round of 32 game against Neshoba, which ended up being a 4-2 Somerset Berkley win. And we'll get to more of that at the next whistle. This is perfect hockey. We've gone a long time without a whistle. Gonzalez off the side for Pimentel, went off of a skate, and he'll send it back in. It's Casey to the left side. Vicente just going to send it around again. Tiberi going to get it by Messier. Casey trying to get back to it. Sylvia around for Pimentel. Tiberi left it for Casey, and it nearly worked right in front. Held in by Cam. Casey goes right down low to the edge of the circle. Puck ended up behind in Messier. He's going to send it down, and this is going to die down before it makes it all the way to the red line. It's Andrew McKenna to the right side. DeRocher stepping up, keeping the play alive. DeRocher gets by the second man, trying to get by the third. He's unable to. Good burst of steam here over the middle, and that's going to work. Casey to Casey. Never got the shot away. Marcos works out the angle, gets it over to the captain, Kean Stafford. Stafford, the Texas transfer, is in. Mello, DeRocher blocked, and it's wide. Mello again through the crease. Wouldn't go on frame. Marcos at the point will send it down low for Kean Stafford to Mello on the short angle, and it got blocked, popped up in the air and out of the zone. Well, just over 7 minutes in, still 0-0 from the Essex Sports Center. Vargas going to send it down low. Silva will stick it aside. And Erickson has to be careful. Nearly turned that one over. And Erickson finds it. He's not going to get it out. This is Armani Booth. Gets by Kean Stafford. Couldn't walk into the middle. And now a race to the puck the other way. Kean Stafford trying to get it for the Raiders, and he did. Kean Stafford is in, and that is saved by White. Oh, good job by Kean Stafford to get back to the puck as he was about 10 feet behind the Hawks player when he caught up to it, but it's an even better save from Garrett White in the end, and he'll have the face-off on the right side of him. It's Sutcliffe who spins away from McKenna twice. Another try comes right in front, and it's put wide by Rothwell in the second attempt. Puck didn't reach Messier. One-on-one the other way. Brady Leonard trying to get by Gonzalez, and Gonzalez wouldn't let him have it. Junior couldn't get by the freshman, and it's going to lead to a one-on-one the other way. It's Jack Rothwell. He might need help because two players are back for the Hawks, and that attempted leave-off for Mason Sullivan was a little bit behind him. Carney on the right side. Back over the middle to Leonard. Leaving it, the shot is saved by Silva. The rebound try, it wouldn't work. Kept in by Maher. Messier's got it for the Raiders. Trying to spin away against Leonard. Puck popped up. That's Vargas. Not out of the zone as McKenna held in it at the point. That's another short angle shot, and twice it is saved by Brandon Silva, and we got some extracurricular activity after the fact. And it looks like we have an Essex player that's down. Well, you knew coming in that whoever was going to win this game today was going to be big, but it might be even bigger, especially on the Somerset Berkley side, because number 20 West Springfield upset the number 4 seeded Linfield team last night. And so that means whoever wins this game is going to have a home game in the Elite Eight. It's Pimento, gets it over to Preston, who tried to leave it for Sylvia. Wouldn't work at the red line. Salsaurus looked like it took a stumble, and another try right in front. Wouldn't work. It's Carter Sylvia, has been battling with a couple of injuries this year, and that one looked like it hit a glove on the bench, and it's going to be whistled down. We'll take a look at some of the other tournament scores in the South Coast Conference. Every other team that made it in the SEC was a part of the Division 4 side. DRS, the number 16 seed, they went out in an overtime loss against Hudson last Wednesday. That was a 3-2 result. And number 11, Old Rochester, is out. They lost yesterday against Hanover 4-1 in the round of 16. 15-seeded Bourne Canalman have their Sweet 16 matchup today. They are taking on number 2 Nantucket. That's DeRocher who tried to get it to Stafford. It went off of Logan Casey's stick. Erickson going to get it by Casey. Casey's going to get the angle. Comes right in front. And another try is going to be off the skate by Sobozensky. Over the middle now, DeRocher makes the hit. Mello walks forward on an island of his own. Mello is in, couldn't get it away. DeRocher was in front, he'll get to it on the side. DeRocher takes the shot, and it's wide on the left side. Erickson. Gonna get it. And another hustle to the puck. Marcos against Tiberi. 4:35 to go in the first period. Marcos made one man miss, and he's just going to send it in on White. And this is going to lead to a quick counter the other way for Maher. And he's collided by 2 Raiders, DeRocher and Messier. Puck's going to squirt free. It looked like it was going to come right in the middle. Booth stepping into it, knocks Stafford on his keister. Mello tries the slap pass, gets it over to Kean Stafford on the right side. Stafford going to hold it up, in on White. A little bit too far for Booth. And DeRocher again is hauled down. Oh, boy. And it's going to lead to a chance for Hall. Saved by Silva, and he covers it up. Well, this is what you expect in the state tournament. A lot of physical play and a lot of really good chances. That one took a bounce off the side, held in at the point, deflected right on goal, and Silva will cover it up. McKenna couldn't get ahead of the zone. Rothwell will. Taken by Sutcliffe. Too far for Rothwell. Works again for Rahal. Ben Rahal. Saved by Silva. Gonzalez. Didn't get all of it on the attempt, but it'll be sent out of the zone on the second effort. Looking for the long pass to Can off the boards. That was Carney who sent it up. Comes in on goal again. We'll credit Silva with another save. Tied between Messier and Salsaurus. It's Carney who tried to take the long shot, instead just going to dump it in, and the Hawks will do a line change. Rothwell going to tap it forward into the Essex zone. No icing here. Cam Casey on the side. Vicente leaves it for Logan Casey. Casey trying to spin by Marcos. Mello gets it over to Sullivan. Mason Sullivan enters in. Gets it to Rothwell on the left. Looking for Sullivan again. Follow-up try. Goes in. A whistle's going to be blown. Face-off's going to be out of the zone. Might have been an offside. All right, it's Cam Casey to the left side. Off the boards and out of the zone. Stick tap from Leonard. Would it work? Liam DeRocher in for the Raiders, trying to cut into the middle. And he couldn't get by the last defender for Essex. 3-on-2 rush the other way. It starts up on the right side. Cutting into the middle now is Vargas, who centered it. That's not going to work. The follow-up try is saved by Silva as Cam Casey took the original shot through traffic. Face off on the left side of Silva. The Hawks win it. Shot right away. Saved by Silva. And they couldn't follow it up. Erickson got taken down. Looking for another tip right in front from Chris Maher. It wasn't there. Ada Marcos over to Nate Mello. Nate Mello cutting into the middle, and he gets knocked off by Armani Booth. Good play there from the senior defender. Gonzalez. A little bit too far for Mello, but Mello's going to get back to it. He'll chop it off the boards. Looking for Stafford, but Booth with the step gets back to it. Armani Booth gets by Ada Marcos. Booth on the short angle. Backhand trying to leave it for Maher. Wouldn't work, and it's going to come out. It's the reach of the stick from Jaden Vargas. Couldn't keep it in at the point. 1 minute to go, first period. Still 0-0. Armani Booth looking to change that. They enter the zone. Bet across the middle. It's a chance. It's saved by Silva. That try came from Logan Casey. Gonzalez going to find Stafford. Stafford's exhausted. He has to get to the bench. Armani Booth put it on the glove of Silva, and the rebound ended up off the glass behind him. Sutcliffe to Booth. Over the middle again. Logan Casey, backhand. Never got all the way through. Mello over to Rothwell. Rothwell in! Scores! Jack Rothwell put it in a perfect spot over Garrett White, and the Raiders have the lead 1-0 on the road. .14:44, the time of that goal for Jack Rothwell, is 11th on the season, the 32nd of his career. And the Raiders have taken the road lead here in Middleton. Rothwell trying to walk forward again. It's Marcos at the line, just going to loft it up. Oh, that one nearly went in from the red line. That was just over Garrett White. Dangerous moment there from the Hawks. Marcos takes it in the back. I'll tell you what, that's one of the best 15-minute stretches of hockey you're going to see in a long time. Jack Rothwell gets the Raiders going with 16 seconds to go in the first period. It's 1-0 Somerset Berkley over Essex after one. Second period comes up in just a second. All right, everyone, we're back for the start of the second period in today's MIAA Division III round of 16 ice hockey matchup between Somerset Berkley and Essex North Shore. Somerset Berkley's up 1-0 on a goal from Jack Rothwell, again his 11th of the season. It's the only difference so far. Essex is leading the way in shots on goal, 13-5 unofficially. And while we have a second before we begin the second period, let's take a look at some of the other quarterfinalists in Division 3. Number 1, Nauset. Number 3, Scituate. Number 6, Marblehead. Number 8, Pembroke. Number 10, Medfield, which Somerset Berkley does have a little bit of history with. And number 10, Medfield's going to play the winner of number 2, Shawsheen, and number 15, Blackstone Valley. And the winner of this game is going to play number 20, West Springfield. Again, it'll be at the home rink. Now, Somerset Berkley, it depends, though, because you do have to have specific arena guidelines for the quarterfinal matchups. But we still got a long way to go to see if it's going to be them or if it's going to be the Essex Hawks. Second period underway again. Essex is in white, Somerset Berkley's in blue. Goes around behind for Basenti. Basenti getting hit on the boards by Adam Marcos. Liam DeRocher going to play it, trying to find Kean Stafford. He's knocked off by Armani Booth. Taken in the back by Riley Sobazensky. Erickson tried to get it to Mello and never ended up getting it out of the zone. Casey trying to find it. Instead, Nate Mello will for Somerset Berkley. Puts it on frame. It's saved by White. Stafford again puts it again on White. Erickson going to hold it in at the end. No, he didn't. He fanned on it. He's got to be careful to get that over to Ada Marcos. He's not able to. Essex is going to enter the zone on the left side. Here's Casey. Wide follow-up. They couldn't wrap it around. That one is sprung out of the zone. 2-on-1. It's Stafford holding across. Oh, and Mello couldn't get it on the end of his stick. Stafford again looking into the middle. It wasn't there. Gonzalv's going to send it down low for Kean Stafford. Chopped up. Nate Mello couldn't get it with the glove. And we're going to get a hand pass called, and the face-off's going to go in the Somerset Berkley zone. Another try is saved by Silva right through traffic. That one came right away, sent down, and with the high school icing rules, even though Jack Rothwell didn't win the race, it's going to be an icing against Somerset Berkley. Now remember, for high school, it doesn't matter who wins the race to it. They're going to call it an icing if it's sent all the way down and with a reasonable amount of speed on that puck. Silva again with the face-off on the left side. Sullivan to take it for the Raiders. And he lost it against Leonard for the Hawks. Gonzalez made one-man miss. Leonard gets back to it. Going to get by Rothwell. Started up by Mason Sullivan. Goes to the left side. Sullivan couldn't get the shot away as he fanned on it. Carney gets it back. Sprung out of the zone and maybe a 2-on-1, but you got more players coming back. Here's the chance. Directed on goal. Saved by Silva. Follow-up try is blocked off a skate in front. It hits the board behind. Gabe Gonzalez has it. Gets it over to Cameron McKenna. McKenna off the stick of Vargas. It's Sutcliffe behind the net. On the right side. Vargas trying to leave it up. It's going to work. This is Leonard on the backhand. Switch it to the forehand, and they got it through. It's saved by Silva. Follow-up try is blocked and well wide. At the edge of the circle is Leonard, who gets it out. This is McKenna. Wide again. The follow-up comes from Cam Casey. On the right side, down low. McKenna again, wide on the left side. Casey looking for something in front. There's the chance, and that is saved by Brandon Silva, and he's telling his man to hold back after some extracurricular stuff from Chris Maher. Well, that's the best look of the night so far for Essex on that sequence. It's going to be Cannon DeRocher in the circle this time. And that puck is still tied up. It's going to work for the Hawks down low. Rahal leaves it. Cam Casey in front off a skate. DeRocher finds it, gets it away to Mello. Nate Mello on the right. Pops up in the air. over everybody, and Stafford was the first player to get to it. It's Marcos looking for a tip, scores! Adam Marcos might have received a tip from Nate Mello right in front, but they double the lead for Somerset Berkley. .256 the time of the goal for Aiden Marcos. Only his 7th career goal, but that's probably the biggest one of his career. And that makes it a 2-goal lead, and that's the magic number for Somerset Berkley. You want to know why? In the last 4 seasons in games decided by 2 goals or more, Somerset Berkley is 48-4. It's Mello, now it's Stafford, and Stafford looked like he tripped up a man. They're not going to call anything. Logan Casey, across, blocked. DeRocher couldn't get back to it. Off the stick of Mello. Booth trying to leave it up, looking for Basenti. Turned over the middle. Casey turns it over to Stafford. Stafford on the right side has Mello on the left. It's Stafford. Couldn't get back on it. Tried to send it back into the middle. DeRocher holding, spinning away from traffic against Basenti. Goes to Stafford down low. Stafford to Mello. Made 2 men miss the puck. And it's going to be sent down by Essex. And unless it stops, it's going to be an icing, and it will be that. Boy, I'll tell you what, Somerset Berkley, they're surprising everybody in the opening 19 minutes or so. I'll tell you what, I wasn't expecting this. I don't know if you were on camera either. Again, if you're watching on any of our 3 platforms, we do thank you. I'm Keegan Hamblett. Ryan Mercogliano is running our camera. Messier put it right on goal, and that's another save for Garrett White. Garrett White, one of only 2 goaltenders on the Essex side. And the guy who's probably going to be taking over for him next year is Dawson Keenan. It's McKenna. An Essex player sent it down, and it's going to be another icing. Garrett White will have the face-off on the right side of him, and we have a whistle and a stoppage before they could drop that puck. I think they were just making sure everybody was set. And one man goes off of the face-off. That was Leonard. Vargas steps in. Chopped up. Maher leaves it for Leonard. Looking for Maher. Saved by Silva, and another doorstep tip. It's Sullivan who enters in with Rothwell. Sullivan is in. Scores! Mason Sullivan! His 3rd goal of the playoffs makes it 3-0 Somerset Berkley. .507 the time of the goal for Mason Sullivan. 17th on the year, 28th career goal. But now if you're Somerset Berkley, you gotta stay focused, because we've seen these blown leads before. And that attempt came right in front, almost worked for Essex. Casey off the side. Tiberi, Casey. Comes back out, and Cam Casey's going to have to send it back in. Erickson having some trouble getting it out. Logan Casey stepping in, gets it to the line. Andrew McKenna feeds it across. Cam Casey wide on the left side. McKenna on it again. Sends it to the edge of the circle for Logan Casey. Trying to get it by Steven Erickson. Anthony Basenti is in there. We got another player who fell down. And We're going to have a whistle and a stoppage of play. And this might be... I think the net came off the line, so no penalty is going to be called, so they were just making sure everything was okay. Well, at least that'll bring some of the noise back into this building. Brady Leonard and Liam DeRocher will be in the circle. Leonard wins it. Here's the try. It's blocked. It's Liam DeRocher who took a stumble. Maher's going to get to it. Gets it out. Armani Booth looking for another tip. Maher goes back to Booth. DeRocher sticked it down. They had Stafford forward, but DeRocher just overtouched it. Armani Booth steps back in by Erickson. Booth going to go around the net. Played over to Nate Mello on the left. Mello entered the zone. He got the puck by Jaden Vargas. He tapped it behind him. He couldn't get back on it, but good stuff there from Nate Mello. Marcos now getting pressure by Brady Leonard. Has to play it up. It's too far for Nate Mello. So Bozensky gets it away to Vargas, who's going to send it in. Mello over the middle. DeRocher got spun off on a hit, and he's going to get it against Booth. Stafford finds it. A little bit too far for Mello that time. Centered it in front. It's another save from White. That's his 8th unofficial save of the game. It's too far for Mello, and he's got to hustle back because Jaden Vargas has open ice in front of him. Leaves it for Leonard. Now to the trailer man. The shot is saved by Silva as it came from Maher. That one is stick down by Mello again. Looking up, and a good play there with the glove of Mason Sutcliffe, denying a breakaway chance for Kean Stafford. Good pass to the right side from Vargas. Logan Casey, a little bit behind, but it's picked up by Vicente. And Casey again was in front. They just can't connect right now. Carney into the mix. That was wide on the left side of Silva. Rothwell over the middle trying to find McKenna. McKenna couldn't walk forward. Rothwell made the hit on the side. Some of the fans up here on the balcony wanted a penalty. They're not going to get it. Rothwell taps it back into the Essex zone. Gonzalez off the board. Dominic Tiberi. Now Mason Sullivan with it to the side to Dylan Messier. Messier able to get it out. Tiberi couldn't stick it down. Lofted up. Gonzalez turned it over. It's Logan Casey into the mix. Gonzalez finds it. Drew Carney sends it. Messier's got it with 6.5 to go in the second period. Leonard over the middle. It's Maher, blocked by the stick of Messier. Maher back on it, hit the apron of the net that time. Vargas to McKenna at the point, holding it, shooting it, saved by Silva. Rebound try, and it was blocked by McKenna, and it's going to lead to another 2-on-1 the other way. It's Rothwell holding the puck, and he is hammered down. Erickson with a bad pass there. Leonard trying to find it. Stepping in as Vargas. And that one was behind Rothwell that time, and Andrew McKenna's just going to send it in. That one is sent down, and it is going to be an icing. It just made it the length of the ice. Well, first whistle in a while. The faceoff's going to be in the Somerset Berkley end. I tell you what, the noise in this arena right now is a lot quieter than when it was at the start of this game when the players took the ice for warm-ups. I don't think any fan section, whether it's Somerset Berkley or Essex, can believe what's going on with the Raiders having a 3-goal lead. I'll tell you what, I can't believe it. I was expecting it at this point to be 3-0 the other way. That one is stick down by Anthony Vicente. He's got 8 goals to his name this year, and he's probably going to have to be one of those guys that has to get things going in order for Essex to have a chance. As Erickson went down, Logan Casey steps up. Tried to get it across, and another tie-up. Dominic Tiberi trying to free that puck. And somebody on Somerset Berkley found it. Armani Booth going to step in on the right side. It comes out of the zone. Here's Nate Mello one-on-one the other way against Riley Sobozensky. Here's Mello. Stick drag. And couldn't get the pass away. Now it's going to work for Kean Stafford on the left side of White. And that puck ended up behind his skate. In the middle is Chris Maher, one of the 4 captains on the Hawks side. It's another one, and Booth who takes the shot. It's saved by Brandon Silva. And the Hawks win it again. It's Sutcliffe who couldn't get the pass or the shot away. Now he did. Comes in the middle. It's Leonard who put it high. Leonard, the top scorer on the Essex side this year with 16 of them. Also got 13 assists to his name. It's Vargas getting it back out to Sutcliffe, who feeds it across a little bit behind Carney, but he picks it up and went off of a skate. I don't know if that was Sullivan or Maher. Sullivan gloves it down to himself. Mason Sullivan is knocked off the puck as he was trying to enter the zone. It's popped up in the air. Rothwell and Vargas couldn't find it. Sullivan gets it back to McKenna. Messier off the boards. Too far for Gonzalez. Leonard blocked by Gonzalez. Brady Leonard back on it. Gonna wrap it around, and Silva has it come right in front of him, and he'll cover. Preston trying to get that puck out. He's not able to. Vicente leaves it down low, and Casey sent it back to him. Couldn't get it on the end of his stick. It's sent down. No icing here. Messier with the hustle, trying to get to that puck against Andrew McKenna. Chopped back in deep by Carter Sylvia. Casey on the left side. Vicente around behind the net. Tiberi trying to find it. Got 3 or 4 players battling for it. There's more blue jerseys in there that are fighting for it. And somehow Essex got to that puck, and the shot attempt went wide from Cam Casey. Tapped out of the zone. McKenna has it, gets it to the side to Casey. Cam Casey puts it wide on the blocker side. Maher's going to follow it up. He'll backhand it down low. It's Marcos. It's some assistance from Braden Pimentel to knock it out. McKenna turned over. Pimentel finds it. Had Mello in the middle, and they tried to get it to him. Just wouldn't connect. A little bit overhit. Mello. Oh, he slams down Chris Maher. Leonard trying to get by Marcos. Marcos with the 6'2 reach and the arm in the way, wouldn't let him have it. And we're going to have a whistle and a stoppage of play, and the faceoff's going to be in the Somerset Berkley end. Well, we have a second. Let's take a look at both of these teams' tournament runs so far. Essex defeated Bishop Sting 7-0 in the round of 32. Somerset Berkley beat the defending Division III champions, Neshoba, 4-2, just a couple of nights ago. Liam DeRocher picks up the puck. Stafford going to tap it forward, so there's not going to be an icing here. Armani Booth beats Stafford to the puck. Turned over. DeRocher in front. Save, rebound, and the puck was loose. I don't think it crossed the line. I think White might have gone to it anyway, but the whistle was blown, and the face-off should be in the Essex zone. 1:35 to go in the second period. The faceoff is going to be on the left side of Garrett White. Which I'll tell you what, even though he hasn't been making a lot of saves, he's been playing one heck of a game. It's Marcos at the blue line, got blocked off of a skate. DeRocher trying to follow it up. He's trying to spin away against Armani Booth. Tried to leave it for Marcos, who didn't have a good angle on the puck. Goes all the way down. No icing here. Erickson knocked off by Casey. Basenti trying to find it. Basenti by DeRocher, now getting by Marcos. Logan Casey trying to follow it up. DeRocher's tying that puck on the boards. That's a smart play right there from the alternate captain, and he'll free it to the other alternate captain, Adam Marcos. Over the middle to DeRocher. Gets it to Nate Mello. Mello looking for a tip that's saved by White, and the net's going to be off the line. Another try is saved by White on an attempt from Gabe Gonzalez. Booth has it. Booth gets it away to the other captain. Walked out by Mason Sutcliffe. Ended up hammering Mason Sullivan into the boards, and Brandon Silva's going to make another cover. Silva so far unofficially has 22 saves on 22 shots, so that would put him at 50 shots faced in the state tournament. It would be good enough for a save percentage of .960. But this game is still far from over. Booth couldn't get it by Rothwell, trying to leave it up for Sullivan. A little bit too far for him. Mason Sutcliffe in the back will play it off the boards. Marcos, even with the reach, couldn't get to it. Sutcliffe, with some assistance, got the puck over to Maher. Marcos sticked it down. 10 seconds to go in the period. Leonard leaves it. There's a shot. It's wide. 5 seconds to go. The puck is going to come out. Rothwell with maybe another chance. Not going to get forward by Armani Booth, and he decks down Jaden Vargas. That's going to give a round of applause for Raider Nation, and they deserve it too. After all the heartbreak that this team has endured for the last 10 or so years, they are 15 minutes away from making a trip to the state quarterfinal round. We still got a long way to go, though. The final 15 minutes of this game comes up in just a moment. All right, we've only got 15 minutes to go in this Sweet 16 matchup until somebody's going home. Essex is trailing Somerset Berkley 3-0, but don't count out the Hawks yet. They love the third period, and we'll see if that'll factor in again tonight. The goal scorers for Somerset Berkley so far are Adam Marcos, Mason Sullivan, and Jack Rothwell. Garrett White on the Hawks side unofficially has 11 saves. He's having a pretty good game. Brandon Silva unofficially with 22 saves on 22 shots. DeRocher, Stafford, and Mello will start out as the forwards for Somerset Berkley. Tiberi, Casey, and Basenti out there for Essex. One of these teams only has 15 minutes left in their season. Who's it going to be? We're going to find out soon. We're underway. It's going to come around and nearly in front for the Hawks right away. The backhand try went off the outside of the net. DeRocher trying to chop it out. Dominic Tiberi gets to it, sends it back down low. Tiberi's open again, and we're going to have a whistle, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty coming up for either a high stick or a hook. And it's going to be against Liam DeRocher of Somerset Berkley. Boy, that is not the way you wanted to start out this third period if you're a Raiders fan. And they cut on the scoreboard right now at 17-0. Well, if it's football, it's 3 scores, 2 touchdowns, and a field goal. Comes out to Logan Casey. Huge power play here for the Hawks. Goes down. Marcos has it. Couldn't get it by Leonard. Leonard going to send it right into the middle, and Somerset Berkley will get it clear. Armani Booth will take it. To the side to Brady Leonard. Again, Leonard has to help get this offense going. He's the leader in points, assists, goals, whatever the case may be. It's Casey giving it to Booth. Back to Casey. Logan Casey walking in, saved by Silva. Puck still loose, and it's going to end up wide. Casey has it again. Tried to find Booth. Walked out. Maybe a shorthanded break for Kean Stafford. But a good play by White to get it. Stafford scores! Kean Stafford got the puck on a turnover from Garrett White, and it's the 4th goal of the game for the Raiders. .108 the time of the goal for Kean Stafford, 2nd of the playoffs, 18th on the year, 33rd in his career. What is going on in Middleton tonight? Nobody expected this. Casey gets it over to Booth. And since it was a shorthanded goal, Essex still on the power play. Armani Booth gets it to the line. Vargas off a skate. Stafford's going to find it. Couldn't win the race to it. Vicente behind the net. Off of Sullivan. Another tie-up. Casey goes back down low. Vicente holds it up, trying to chop it in front. Stafford gloves it, gets it out of the zone, but not all the way down past Booth. Armani Booth stepping in. Leaves it for Logan Casey. Feeds it across. Here's the shot. Saved by Silva. McKenna now trying to get that puck out, and the second effort will from Aaron Preston. Taken by Drew Carney, who gets it over to Ben Rahal. Can. Knocked off by Aaron Preston. And Preston with the tap gets it out. Oh, the bench and the fans up here to our left. Most of the Raider Nation is on the left side of us. They've been standing up the entire way. Marcos gets it over. And it's sent down again. The power play's over, so it's going to be an icing. So we do know for certain that the quarterfinal matchup, which will feature number 20 West Springfield, will be on Wednesday night. We're still waiting for a time, and we're still waiting for a location on that. But no matter what happens, West Springfield's going to be the road team. Messier couldn't get by Vicente. Vicente got it back, and a stick was raised from Messier. Wasn't up high on the head, so no penalty was called. Tiberi to Casey. Sullivan trying to help get it out. McKenna was in there trying to help get it out. Messier off the side, and it's a delayed offside, and the puck will come out of the zone. Jack Rothwell tried to walk it forward by Tiberi. Couldn't that time. Logan Casey. Too far for Vicente. Sullivan's got the angle on it. Vicente still putting everything out there trying to get to that puck. Rothwell to Messier. Dylan Messier. Off a stick. Mason Sutcliffe. Still going with it on the right. Trying to get by Mason Sullivan. He did. Goes around. Backhand in front. Messier found it. And it still stays in. Here's the shot. Saved by Silva on the attempt from Maher. Another tip came right in front. It was McKenna who shot it, Leonard who tipped it. McKenna gets it back again at the blue line, trying to play it off the boards. And another try right in front. It's going to work for Leonard. Another kick saved by Brandon Silva. The follow-up try through traffic on frame again. Puck squirted. McKenna couldn't catch up to it. And some help from Nate Mello will get it out of the zone with 10:50 to go in the game. Marcos tried to spin away against Leonard. Leonard kicked the puck back to Vargas. Comes back out. Andrew McKenna feeds it across. Cam Casey blocked by DeRocher. Mello trying to get it back to DeRocher. Only comes out of the zone. No offside. Cam Casey with the shot. Blockered up by Silva. And that puck's still loose, but it's found by Nate Mello. Off the boards. Kean Stafford put it high off the glass. DeRocher. Too far for Stafford that time, and Cam Casey's going to let it go for Jaden Vargas. Mello. Trying to get it to DeRocher. Another tie-up! Oh, Nate Mello with the hit on Jaden Vargas. It's Brady Leonard. Holds it up, and that is not offside. Stafford with Ted Sousouris in the mix. Found by Armani Booth. Going to backhand it down low. And somebody's going to have to free up that puck. And eventually does. Marcos had it. Not a good pass off the boards. Going to stay in possession. Rahal. Still going. Rahal backhand. They couldn't get on the puck, and the fans very unhappy with that sequence. Mello's going to take the shot. It was blocked, and it's regathered by Riley Sobozinski. It's left at the line for Marcos. Loose puck. Mello trying to get to it. He can't. And it's going to come out of the zone again. Rahal on frame to Silva. Oh, another good collision right in front of the bench. Coach Kevin Snyder wanted a penalty, but the hit against Jack Rothwell, not going to get it. Logan Casey going to send it around. Sousouris leaves it. Gonzalez to Rothwell. Spins away by 2. Over to Mason Sullivan. Backhand looking for Nate Mello. It's going to be followed up by Jack Rothwell. Rothwell is in, puts the shot on goal, and that is saved. And the rebound try came right in the crease. How about Gonzalez? The player you least expected to score a goal in a Sweet 16 game. The freshman defender, Gabriel Gonzalez, only his second career goal. And that is just about going to do it with 8:11 to go. And the time of that goal for Gabe Gonzalez will be 6 minutes and 49 seconds. Maher going to enter in. Essex has to start with 1, and they're going to need it quick. Leonard on the backhand. Maher fell down. Restarted up by DeRocher. DeRocher is again hauled down. Sutcliffe over the middle. Leonard tapped it to the right side. Good passing touches here. Maher tried to feed it into the middle. He had 2 players breaking. That was Vargas and Leonard. Again, it comes in front. Sent down low off the outside of the net, and Silva's going to get credited with another save. Glove down at the point. It's blocked down. Carney couldn't walk in. It's the other 19, Kean Stafford, walking in for Somerset Berkley. I think he was trying to leave it for Nate Mello. And it's going to be too far from Marcos, and Mason Sullivan will take it in the back. Mason Sullivan, oh, he nearly got in for another breakaway. Cam Casey on the side against Nate Mello. And Mello got the puck in front of him. Stafford going to get it to Mello. Another chance, looking for 6. And going to get on the end of his stick at the last second. Cam Casey will send it behind for Andrew McKenna. Played off the boards, and And no icing, waved off at the last second. That one turned over. Here's the shot, blocked. Never made it all the way through as Ben Rahal tried to take it. Another try is going to go wide on the right side. It's at the point now for Andrew McKenna. Got it by Gabe Gonzalez. Michael Can behind the net, and McKenna just going to take it out of the zone. McKenna gets McKenna that time. How about that matchup? Played around. Messier's got it on the left side. And he'll play it back on the right side, and it's going to work out. McKenna gets it over to Vicente. Over the middle. Leonard, saved by Silva. And you can see the frustration starting to build in on the Essex side as a little bit more physical contact after that play from Dominic Tiberi. You do have to feel for this Essex side. They're going to be losing a couple of seniors. 4 of them are the 4 captains on the team. So they provided great leadership for this Hawks side, and they've paved the way forward for the future group of players. And I think we had a timeout called, so we'll take it to 5:54 to go, third period. We'll be right back. 5:54 to go in this one until it's over. Goal scorers in this third period are Kean Stafford and Gabe Gonzalez, complete opposite players. Freshman defender against, and then the senior captain, should say, not against. But that just shows that the work that this team has been putting in the last 3 months or so is paying off. And this is another chance going in for Jack Rothwell. Looking for another one. It's blockered up by Garrett White. And Garrett White is another one of the seniors we mentioned, as Mason Sullivan sent the puck forward, and we got an injured Raider right in front of the Essex bench. And I can't tell who it is from here. I believe it's Liam DeRocher. No, it looks like it's Dylan Messier instead. And especially with a result like this is the last thing you wanted if you're a Somerset Berkley fan. The injured player, he is able to get up on his own, so that's good, and a round of applause for Dylan Messier, who was not with the team last year. He took a stint with the Northeast Generals. Mason Sullivan entered the zone with the puck, but it was tough to maneuver through 5 or 6 players. Marco's just going to send it up and down. And I think during that timeout, I don't know if that was earlier in the game, but we do have a new goaltender in on the Essex side, Dawson Keenan, a junior. That one is lofted up, bouncing puck. Silva leaves it for Aiden Marcos. Trying to play it off the boards for Rothwell, over to Mason Sullivan. Sullivan put it wide, and he is decked down, and we're going to have a penalty coming up against Essex, and Somerset Berkley will go to the power play. Stafford able to find the puck. It's Mello. Back to Stafford for a one-timer, and that one went off of his skate in front. Didn't make it all the way through. Sutcliffe tried to lead a shorthanded rush the other way. Mason Sullivan trying to deny that. Mello gets it in the back, turnover, but he's able to get it right back. Stafford over to Rothwell. Jack Rothwell put it off the glass. Mello at the point, sends it down low. Stafford off a skate, and it'll be sent down. 4 minutes to go. The Raiders holding on to a 5-goal lead. Sullivan couldn't handle it. It's Chris Maher looking for something in front. Nate Mello. And he'll hold it up in the zone. Over to Jack Rothwell. Leaves it for Sullivan. Back to Rothwell. Cutting it in. McKenna trying to find it. Sullivan picks it up. Mason Sullivan pops up, and that one nearly fell right back down in front of Keenan. That's going to come out of the zone. And McKenna wants nothing to do with the shorthanded chance. Applying that pressure all the way through. Rothwell across. Stafford. Rothwell wide. Well, it was a good passing connection if it was a best one to pick out in this game, as Keenan's going to get a save that time off of Kean Stafford. Taken in the back by Brandon Cole. Off the boards from Tiberi. I think they're just looking to get as many seniors out there as they can. It's Preston tapping it forward. Battle of the eights on the side with him and Cole. 5 seconds to go on the Raider power play. Cole finds it, now trying to get it past Braden Pimentel. Gonzalez gets it right back. Pimentel wants one, and he gets one! The first goal of the season for Braden Pimentel. He's waited 21 games, and some of the fans now starting to head for the exits. And we are in running clock mode now with a 6-goal lead. It's Armani Booth in the back. Booth, good run forward here. Armani Booth saved by Silva, and he's going to cover it up. Although they weren't able to get on the scoreboard today, Armani Booth, one of the captains on the Essex side, he's having one heck of a game. And it's going to go down as his final one. It's not going to be the result that he wanted, but he left it all out there tonight. Face-off won by the Hawks. That one redirected and almost in. And comes around behind. Aaron Preston's got it. Off the stick of Pimentel. Carter Sylvia now trying to get back to that puck. Sent in by Carney. 1 minute to go. Stafford couldn't get it out. Sent down low for Cole. Cole trying to find somebody in the middle, and he couldn't. Carney had that puck go behind him, and he's tumbled down on the ice, and we're going to have a whistle and a stoppage of play. I think it might be a face-off outside of the zone. Carter Sylvia with the hands up in the air. He knows it. Again, his cousin was the one that called the first playoff win. And obviously the first one means more than this one, as there's a deflection here, no icing. But the Raiders, without their captain and a couple other players, have done the unthinkable. Raider Nation, you can stand up and cheer. Your team is state quarterfinalists. Well, we're going to get the official time of the game sometime soon. But Somerset Berkley will be hosting number 20 West Springfield in the next round on Wednesday, where they will have a chance to go to the Final Four in the MIAA state tournament. The handshake line goes on. Shout out to the Essex Hawks. They had a great season. They played a tremendous game today. And that's going to be it for us. Ryan Mercogliano, good job on our camera today. And I'm Keegan Hamblett signing off, wishing you the best. Have a good one.